Likewise you, sweet Ballygow, I'm now bound for the Wells. As I went down to Colmstown to bid my friends farewell, 'twas there I saw the prettiest girl that e'er my eyes beheld. As I went down to Colmstown, it was in the month of May, I paused for recreation and to see the ladies gay. And there I saw a pretty girl, and she standing on a brow. Her beauty bright did me delight that day in Ballygow. I said, my fair young girl, now kindly to me tell, is it by Banna's lonely banks your parents they do dwell? Or if you are a stranger here, for now I wish to know, for the killing glances of your eyes have hurt my overthrow. Kind sir, 'tis not from Banna my parents they do dwell. Nor either for Duncormick nor yet from Riverwell, for I've come here from sweet Kilmore. Kind sir, you know it now, I'm here today, a servant girl, said the maid from Ballygow. Well, since you are a servant, you must come along with me, for I desire with all my heart that we would married be. No more I'll roam from Banna's banks, where the tides do ebb and flow, or cross the stormy ocean where the wintry winds do blow. Young man, you are a stranger here, and your offer I decline, for you will sail the ocean wide, and you'll waver with the wind, and when you meet with pretty girls, to them you'll swear and vow, and leave me here alone to mourn, said the maid from Ballygow. So fare you well, sweet Banna's banks, where lives that homely maid, where oft times I had courted her down in yon fragrant shade. I pressed her to my bosom and kissed her burning brow, but now I'm on the ocean wide, and she's in Ballygow.
I am a rambling Irishman, I have rambled up and down, still looking for my equal, the likes I ne'er can find. I ne'er saw one I can call my own, till I came to Mourne shore, and 'tis there I spy the prettiest girl, and she has my heart in store. The first place that I met my love, it was in Kilkee town. I viewed her mild, brave and meant as she walked up and down. She was fairer than the flowers of May, and her beauty it was more. She is the darling of my heart, and she dwells on Mourne shore. The next time that I met my love, it was on Mourne Strand. I stepped up unto her and gave to her my hand. I put my arms around her waist and gave her kisses sweet. And I said, my fair young Mourne girl, will you pan the road with me? To pan the road with you, young man, I am a year too young. And as well sure all you Lurgan lads have a false and a flattery tongue. But the eventide was coming down, and she could no longer stand. So she fell into my arms on the banks of Mourne Strand. And when she came unto herself and saw what she had done, she wrung her hands and tore her hair, saying, forever I'm undone. Won't you marry me, my lord and lad, as you promised me before? And my father will divide his land on the banks of Mourne shore. Well, I'll tell you, as you told me, I am a year too young. And besides, oh, all you Mourne girls have a false and a flattery tongue. But if ever I live to come of age, my vows I will make stand, and I'll marry you, my Mourne girl, on the banks of Mourne Strand.
Oh yeah.
I'll sing of the capers, of the rockers and shakers that are out all the night till the break of the day. Some just out of the cradle and more hardly able, in every nightclub sure they boogie away. Well, some they're argin in more like garden, while some in these clubs they're quite indiscreet. When the lights they're flashing and the music is crashing in this latest fashion of imported beats. Now these clubs, I am stating, they'd sure take some baiting with no band at all but a music machine. Your man stands at the table without spoon or ladle and pours out his goods on the boogieing scene. And it's not surprising when the music starts rising to see him put a muffler on each of his ears, while those that are dancing and maybe romancing are losing their hearing forever, I fear. Well, if you must ask me or maybe attack me for finding myself in a place so designed, well, the wife was away for the night, she did say, with the old ICA for to knit was confined. Oh, out in the morning without any warning, out there on the dance floor I was tasting new life. On the floor with the hippie there sliding and slipping was the shape and the make of me own darling wife. Now in due recognition she winked in a fashion, the eyelid on my side being all that was free. There was no use us talking with the music there squawking, 'twas then that I wished I was at the Kelly. Then an old lad before me had words so adoring to say to his partner he couldn't hold out. So instead of a whisper in her ear, this old jester delivered his message by way of her mouth. There was some oscillating and some contemplating, and more there were hating what I couldn't see, while some were still learning and I was discerning if any young one had an eye out for me. The balloons from the ceiling were soon disappearing, one young lad was searching for more on the floor, when a boy with elation gave 3 cheers for the nation, whose letters have lately reached this our fair shore. Now the shapes they were making, if I'm not mistaken, would leave your legs aching for more than a year, with their jibing and bopping and leaping and hopping, and never a trace of a jig or a reel. If I was in Burma or maybe Uganda or deep in the southern Argentine, those dancing gyrations that they're perpetrating, I'd not be debating in their native climes. Sure, I love all set dances, the polkas and lancers, in Kerry the slides, up in Clare jigs and reels, and what's seldom seen now, like a horse and a plough, what I wouldn't give for a few double wheels. But now they're training and daily explaining the old ways of dancing to young girls and boys. So the discos they'll be leaving to be misbehaving at Kelly's and Sessions forever, me boys.
Merry, merry people all, I pray you list a minute. For though my song is not too long, there's something comic in it. 'Tis of nails if you'll permit my sportive muse intends, sir. A subject which I now have got all at my fingers' ends, sir. This world is but a bag of nails, and they are very queer ones. For some are flats, and some are sharps, and some are awful dear ones. There's splits and spikes and sparables, and nails both great and small, sir. And some like heads, some like nails with monstrous heads, and some like none at all, sir. A bachelor's a hobnail, and he rusts for want of use, sir. A miser has no nails at all, they're all a pack of screws, sir. My enemies will get some clouts where'er they chance to roam, sir. For Irishmen, like hammers, they will surely bet them home, sir. The doctor nails you with his bill, and that's a very sore nail. The coffin maker wishes you was dead as any doornail. You'll often find each agent to be nailing his employer. The liars nail their clients, but the devil baits the liar. Dame Fortune is a bradall, and she often does contrive it to make the nail go easy wheresoever she wants to drive it. Now if, kind sirs, if your kind applause, you will agree that I have hit the right nail on the head, sirs. Sorry about the second line.
Alright.
Fin fiddler floron, fi'n clor siogos braga, fi trwd y fnobonon, le my bros y byrwydabon. Im y waiden is im y wancha, adogi y come a winter, garbo a beamless door. A mansion throne load, it's my all in store. Macandichevan, Nicharee, her yasalai sing down. The peste of the wedding part-time, the Valorignal, the Glegal, where's MacNaeidhe, quick home the wedding, and pay a hold of it's not Rushin Maratome, Nelly Glegal Niardain, Omagh the Sarah Rinyam about. It's not Irish complaining, Urban Tevins Clod. The Dadish Kaiti Ochel isn't Tom the Can of there. Ni walking Willie Riley, Erho
He was born in the city where the Shannon River flows. A youth of tender bearing that everybody knows. He loved his native language because it was his own. And Irishmen should not forget Sean south from Garryon. As Christmas time was coming nigh, he faced his deadly foe. No one had spoken to him that morn, for few had seen him go. But when his riddled body came to rest amongst his own, there were thousands there to welcome back Sean south from Garryon. Oh, the wee ones in fair manor homes are asking, where are you gone? Where is the red-haired soldier boy who spoke the Gaelic tongue? Beside the fire he drew for us and spoke of Pearson's tone. Ah, mother, will we see once more Sean south from Garryon? Ah, Sean O'Gra, you're resting now among Ireland's noble dead, while Ulster fields are crimson with blood you gladly shed. May God, who's in his kingdom, look down from his princely throne, and may Irishmen will not forget Sean south from Garryon.
I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. And at the time of writing I am not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly grey. And I write this note to say why Paddy's not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. Now to throw them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased in being an onward god. He said I'd have to carry them down the ladders in me hod. Now carrying all these bricks by hand, it seemed so very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured a rope below. But in my haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead. And much to my surprise, I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket, till to my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke me shoulder as to the ground it sped. And when I reached the top, I banged the pulley with me head, still clinging tightly to the rope despite this almighty blow. And the barrel spilled out half the bricks, 14 floors below. Now,
When the bills and bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and so started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I sped towards the ground and landed on the broken bricks that were all scattered round. Now.
Now what?
As I lay there moaning on
As I lay there moaning on the bricks, I thought I'd passed the worst, when the barrel hit the pulley and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks came raining down, I hadn't got a hope, and in my desperation I let go the bloody rope. The barrel then being heavier, it started down once more, and landed right across me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs in my left arm, and I can only say that I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today.
Come on, hey, come on. From sweet Dungannon to Ballyshannon, and from Cullyhanna to old Arboe, I have roved and rambled, caroused and gambled, where songs did thunder and whiskey flow. Though late and early I tramped through Derry and to Portaferry in the county down. But with all my raking I and undertaken, my heart was aching for sweet Omagh town. And when I grew weary and life grew dreary, I sailed to England from Derry Quay, where when I landed 'twas fate commanded that I to London should make my way, where many's again night from dark to daylight I spent with people of high renown. But with all their glamour and uproarious manner, my lips did stammer of sweet Omagh town. And then further going, my wild oats sowing, to New York City I crossed the sea, where a congregation of rich relations stood on the harbour for to welcome me. In grand apparel, like dukes or earls, they tried to raise me with sword and crown. But with all their splendour, I and hate's dispensure, my heart was aching for sweet Omagh town. And when life is over, and I shall hover above the gate where St. Peter stands, and he shall call me for to install me among the saints in that golden land, and I will answer, I'm sure 'tis grand, sir, for to play the harp and wear the crown. But I being humble, sure I'd never grumble if heaven was charming as sweet Omagh town.
Right.
Feeding Wallyhe, Guillaume my yacker is grown bit Seren Asra Uta Kangelche, Godrulete, Margar Yar Wishiet Nergaurhe, and True Farshe. The Connerys Margar has she a donna hochtach no gilaturation agus gur chrean talfu in relin na yauri vachur fibre O'Brien and Tannenberg Tashidam and Thomas Beard and Clare Tashaked Garijayen Vermagin Doom is to Call the far again in our clachter. Oh, Sarsel. Marach fiawes argarid dun vecharan chabide. Them ish go down pianel. Nagar kasem Murrintown. Alle farige Gcumnann southwards. I won in Banna, Sliabh Fleisch Gallen von Jordan. Séan manner throats a malabin. Tagoduch in our scale. Lelingen afren big glacheni. Is a bichonde. Burn the Connerys. Arne farige jasnen.
We went a walking one morning in May to view yon fair valleys and mountains so gay. I was thinking on those flowers all doomed to decay that bloom around your bonny Sliabh Gallen braes. 'Twas oft in the morning with my dog and my gun I roam through your valleys for sport and for fun, but those days are gone forever, for I can no longer stay. So farewell unto your bonny Sliabh Gallen braes. And oft in the evening with the sun in the west I roamed hand in hand with the girl I love best. But the joys of youth are vanished, and now I'm far away. So farewell unto your bonny Sliabh Gallen braes. 'Was not for the want of employment at home that caused our sons to ramble from home, but those tyrannizing landlords They would not let us stay. So farewell unto your bonny, bonny Sliabh Gallen praise.
There.
Happy morning, all in the month of May. A German ship was signalling beyond out in the bay, with 20,000 rifles all ready for to land. But no answering signal did come from the lonely Banna Strand. No signal answers from the shore, Sir Roger sadly said. No comrades here to meet me, alas, they must be dead. But I must do my duty, and at once I mean to land. So in a small boat rowed ashore on the lonely Banna Strand. Now the RIC were hunting for Sir Roger high and low. They found him at McKernan's forge, said they, you are our foe. Said he, I'm Roger Caseman, and I've come to my native land, and I mean to free my countrymen along the lonely Banna Strand. They took Sir Roger prisoner, and they sailed for London town. And in the tower they laid him, a traitor to the crown. Said he, I am no traitor, but on trial he had to stand for bringing German rifles to the lonely Banna Strand. Was in an English prison then, they led him to his death. I'm dying for my country, he said with his last breath. They buried him in English soil, far from his native land, and the wild waves sing his requiem along the lonely Banna Strand. Was in the year of 65 they brought Sir Roger home, and with his comrades of 16 he in peace and tranquil lies. His last fond wish it is fulfilled, for to lie in his native land, and the wild waves roll in peace again along the lonely Banna Strand.
Well, Peter.
Did you ever go across the sea to Ireland? Then maybe at the closing of your day, just to see again the moon rise over Cladda, and watch the sun go down on Galway Bay. Now the breezes blowing over the sea to Ireland are perfumed by the heather as they blow, and the women in the uplands digging pretty speak a language that the strangers do not know. Now the strangers came and tried to teach us their ways. They scorned us for being what we are, but they might as well go chasing after moonbeams, or light a penny candle from a star. And if there's going to be a life hereafter, and somehow I feel sure there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my
my Raghallaigh, is hard Maigh, near Honigada, Connerys, is Carvish the Maid, no. Bogum Slonig, my hordes, my roses, near Maigh, oh, near Querum, no fault, oh, no, some Ballygow. Oh no, the Hulum of Royal, is the logo William supposed, is Marstoy, there no need fear. Dar and Dar Shani of Thermopoka, Sigmala oh, Kittina Goman not rape me, should pass the gazelle. England han kulle no Sliabh, no Sliabh, be blown for the gun. Ni po singing honest on sail ho, no sagar ta Maid lum. Smare failure shing po sin naden, just him Murray.
Are now set free from the cold of a stool. The soul is now unchained from the cold hands of the clock, and you wander once again on the pallid road to Kells. Loud waves rush loud and lonely on the face of Nicharee. So let familiar names ring out your praise forever. Beanity, Barnes Rider, Karen River. And let the little Ran sing its timbre full of glee, and may your rest be peaceful between the mountains and the sea. 'Twas there you longed to roam beside the fertile river, to watch the silver salmon immersed in the Séan, or to hear the huntsman's call, or the cries, "Come on, the Marys," or hear the horse's hoofs on the sod of green Roisin. So let familiar names ring out your praise forever. Beanity, Barnes Rider, Karen River. And let the little Ran sing its thimble full of glee, and may your rest be peaceful between the mountains and the sea. The old school you once spoke of now hangs its head to progress. There's a boards in Barnes Rider, boasts a padlock on their doors, and you're leaving while the new year dawns. It fills my heart with sadness, but the places you immortalized will live forevermore. So let familiar names ring out its praise forever. Beanity, Barnes Rider, Karen River. And let the little Ran sing its timber full of glee, and may your rest be peaceful in the mountains and the sea. Now each sunny, now each September races, you will linger with the races, and each train load to Croke Park, you were with them in the van. But most of all on Drolling Day, when young and old go travelling, you'll be there with your comrades bold, a-hunting for the ram. So let familiar names ring out your praise forever. Beanity, born Sliabh, Carron River. And let the little run sing its thimble full of glee, and may your rest be peaceful in the mountains and the sea.
Chapten aras ben laden lishinas terish na fel bridge ardoi me hol so her me chanas ni stop me fi go shas me shisular on the wheel a glar clani warish fes message di handsome malati tis jehos noi me gold skull kind chama pra gunyen gold mi san wogas ka bil the del na O fagam le of the Conyarum of Freesum, Iris and Urina, Marscapas and Yo, Rusmini, Mercharan, or Valentitis, Dershka, Deal, nor Pandavio. Killedan and Ballo, Fossen Gachni, and Tasmerisu, Crevanis, Master Gapsor, Tam Henchim, has a big Gatam of Green, Jimoch, and Nishtimus, Fenris Joe. Taken of this heart ya pass on the Gustin and Tashagal grave and ran through a Gusfiol. Look genta put Gina gun license I yield and look through the cheer give it just a gold. Tak for Ruggers Trawanis Yasugani look for some mission ye on our larm go full. Hannes Milche Gimmert Ganski hang on craft our pinkies and not had the whole. It's and be a Scotland, the sort game on and Mother William and Brooks and Baby. Colton and Iris na higher Yam, Risle higher in a grain of God doggy the free. Dini Oshla Rafa Bismarck got back and she the future in a hell of God Gcumnann. Sell your imagine or reach down already, who all like Nicharee the Sliabh. Angie, luckless pancher will cower agus rage of Stevie agus Sadius Talagan keys. Scullery box the skull screep agus lien and look dear in a judge tanges a trill. Harish and downer and nil jafre, ho grafter and crave the Harwaka sherry. Shinker and the cancher seal frad a crank taft and slook dish in a fill didn't. The lum dilly doodle, lum dilly doodle, lum dilly doodle, liddy doodle.
Ways are changing and rearranging the things I knew ere I reached my prime, and lost forever beyond recover are men and places in the mist of time. Old Master Hearn, for him we learn our lessons well for good recall. But now where he and blackboard once stood, there's wear and groceries wall to wall. Poor Johnny Ball, sure he had his cross, but we young brats did make it worse. as we followed after and fell with laughter when our impudence did make inquiries. To the mill of Branks with corn in bags, fine horses daily they did ply, where Michael Roach held his parliament and poured forth his wisdom from on high. And if your horse its shoe was lost, then to the forge you could straight repair, where John Parle the smith, so full of wit, new shoes would fit without a care. Duncormick stations had lost to our nation, like hundreds more it was forced to close. And that place of joy I recall as a boy is deserted now but for hares and crows. I remember when it was full of men and the beats bronze clang over Laughter Road, as we loaded the beat to make sugar sweet and drank whiskey neat when the factory closed. And there was a man, forget if you can, like Desperate Dan, I remember him. Any work he could take, drink porter black, shear a sheep, make a stack, that was Big Jim. And Little John likewise is gone, though his fight goes on for a country won. Though his back wasn't straight, sure his heart it was great, never gave the bait to anyone. So there's my song of days bygone, and memories fond, well worth recall, of men and places that by their graces have left their traces on song.